You work out, you cut the carbs, you skip dessert, you drink your water, you track your calories, and you are genuinely trying harder than most people around you. And the weight is still there. The belly is still there. The bloating is still there. The number on the scale hasn't moved in weeks, maybe months. Frustrating, right? It's not your fault. I want to say that again because I mean it. It is not your fault. Your body didn't stop working. The method you were given stopped working. And those are two very different problems. Because here's what nobody in the diet industry ever tells you. The approach most Western women are following right now is scientifically designed to fail long term. Not because you're weak, because restriction, intensity, and calorie obsession spike the exact hormone that locks weight in place and tells your body to hold on for dear life. But there is a culture that figured out the answer centuries ago, and they've been proving it works, not in a lab, but in their daily lives ever since. Japan has an obesity rate of just 4.5%. America's is 40%. Let that sit for a second. And before you say it, no, it is not genetics. No, it's not that they eat less. And here's the one that will really surprise you. Only 3.3% of Japanese people have gym memberships. Compare that to 21% of Americans. So Japan has more gym skippers, maintains one of the lowest obesity rates in the developed world, and Japanese women are staying slim into their 50s, 60s, and 70s, without dieting, without counting a single calorie, and without a HIIT class in sight. This isn't a mystery, it's a system. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to break it down for you, habit by habit, so you can start using it today. You don't need to fly to Tokyo. You don't need to read 500 pages of conflicting research or overhaul your entire life by next Monday. I've done that work for you. Here are 7 Japanese habits that are behind some of the leanest, most consistent bodies in the world. And not one of them involves a diet, a gym, or starting over. Let's go. Habit 1. Eat your biggest meal at lunch, not dinner. Western culture makes dinner the main event. You've been good all day, you've earned it. So you eat your largest meal at 7, 8, sometimes 9 p.m., sit down, watch something, and go to bed. Japan does the opposite. Lunch is the largest, warmest, most complete meal of the day. Dinner is light, simple, and eaten early. Here's what this does to your body. Your metabolism, the rate at which your body processes and burns food, peaks at midday. It declines steadily through the afternoon and is significantly slower by evening. Eating your biggest meal when your metabolism is at its slowest means more of that food gets stored rather than burned. Eating it at midday means the opposite. Your body uses it, not banks it. Western diet culture never told you this because it's not dramatic. It doesn't sell supplements. But it is the quiet reason Japanese women maintain lean bodies for decades while eating rice and noodles every single day. Start today. Build your lunch bigger. Make it the meal you look forward to, and let dinner become the lighter, earlier one. Habit 2. Stop eating at 7 p.m. Western evenings, dinner at 8, a snack at 9:30, something sweet at 10 while watching TV, then bed. Japanese evenings, dinner before 7, a short walk, warm tea, and sleep. That timing difference, just that, changes everything about what your body does overnight. Every time you eat, your body releases insulin to manage the glucose from that food. And elevated insulin completely blocks fat burning. It is biologically impossible for your body to burn stored fat when insulin is high. When you stop eating at 7 p.m. and sleep at 10, Your body has 3 hours to bring insulin back down before sleep. By midnight, insulin is low. The fat-burning window is fully open. When you eat at 9:30 p.m., that window doesn't open until 2 or 3 in the morning, if at all. You sleep the same hours, but the woman who stopped at 7 burns fat for most of the night. The woman who ate at 9:30 barely gets 2 hours. Most diet plans never mention meal timing. They obsess over what you eat and completely ignore when. That gap is not your failure. It's a flaw in what you were taught. Tonight, finish dinner by 7. Nothing after. Warm tea if you need something. That one shift opens the overnight window your body has been waiting for. Habit 3. Walk after every meal. Western fitness advice. Do a 45-minute height class. Push hard. No pain, no gain. Japanese daily movement. A 10-minute walk after meals. Every day. No gym required. And here's the part that sounds too simple to be true. The walk is more effective than the height class for belly fat specifically. After you eat, glucose enters your bloodstream. If you sit down, insulin has to do all the work, and any excess gets stored as fat. If you walk, even for 10 minutes, your muscle contractions absorb that glucose directly without insulin. Blood sugar drops 30% faster. Insulin clears. The fat-burning window opens sooner. And here's what the height class does that walking doesn't. It spikes your stress hormone for 2 to 3 hours after you finish. That stress hormone is the single biggest driver of belly fat in women. It literally signals your body to store fat around the abdomen as a survival reserve. The workout you were told burns belly fat is, for many women, biologically contributing to its staying. This is not a character flaw. This is physiology. And Japanese culture figured it out long before the fitness industry was born. After your next meal, put your shoes on and walk for 10 minutes. That is the whole habit. I want to pause here for a second because I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds good, but I've heard things like this before, and I still don't know how to actually put it together into something I can follow every week. I hear that, and it's a real problem. Because knowing the habits and having a structure that walks you through them every single week for 4 weeks, that's the difference between information and a result. Imagine waking up without that tight, bloated feeling in your stomach. Imagine getting dressed and the clothes that haven't fit in 2 years fitting again. Imagine not thinking about food every hour of every day, not battling cravings every evening, not restarting every Monday. Just a calm, predictable rhythm that your body starts to trust. And when your body trusts the rhythm, it stops holding on. I built the J-Body method for exactly that. It takes everything we're covering in this video and maps it out week by week for 4 weeks so you never have to guess what comes next. No calorie counting, no gym membership, no rules you can't live with on a busy Tuesday when life isn't ideal. Just the weekly structure your body has been waiting for. If that's what you need, the link is right below in this video's description. Hundreds of women have already used it to lose 10 to 20 pounds, flatten their stomach, and stop the cycle of restarting. And the ones who see results the fastest aren't the most disciplined women in the room. They're the ones who finally had the right structure. Go check it out, link below. And let's keep going. Habit 4. Start every meal with something warm. Be honest with me. How often do you start a meal with a cold drink? Cold water, an iced coffee, a Diet Coke alongside your food. Most Western women do this without thinking. It's just what eating looks like. Japanese women start every meal with something warm. Miso soup, clear broth, green tea, warm water. And this is not just cultural preference. It changes what happens in your gut before you've taken a single bite. Warm liquids activate your digestive enzymes before eating, so food is processed more completely, bloating reduces, and nutrients absorb better. But there's something even more powerful happening. Warmth signals safety to your nervous system. It activates what scientists call the rest and digest state, the biological opposite of the stress response. When you eat in a calm state, your body processes food differently. Less stored, more used. Less bloating, more satisfied. One bowl of miso before your meal changes the hormonal environment of everything that follows. Today, before lunch, drink something warm. Miso soup, green tea, even just warm water. That's the whole habit. Habit 5. Eat to 80% full, not 100%. In Japan, there is a phrase, hara hachi bu. It means, eat until you are 80% full, then stop. Not stuffed, not satisfied. 80%. Western eating culture, clean your plate, get your money's worth, finish everything in front of you, has trained most women to stop only when they feel completely full. But here's what that actually means for your body. Your brain receives the fullness signal from your gut with a 15 to 20 minute delay. By the time you feel full, you have almost always already overshot. Stopping at 80%, where you feel comfortable but not yet full, means you arrive at exactly 100% by the time the signal catches up. No overeating. No insulin spike beyond what the meal needed. No post-meal heaviness. Japanese women don't track calories. They don't weigh food. They use this one internal cue applied every meal for decades, and it reduces intake naturally without restriction, without hunger, and without a single diet to follow. At your next meal, pause halfway through and check in, not to stop eating, just to notice. That check-in slows the pace, and slower eating is how the 80% becomes automatic. Habit 6. Calm your evenings. Most Western evenings, finish work, eat late, sit on the couch with your phone, scroll until midnight, fall asleep with the TV on. Most Japanese evenings, light early dinner, short walk, warm tea, dim lights, quiet, sleep before 11. The difference seems small. The hormonal result is not. Your body produces growth hormone during deep sleep. Growth hormone is one of the most powerful fat-burning compounds your body makes, and it specifically targets belly fat as its primary overnight fuel. But it only peaks when you're in deep sleep. And deep sleep only happens when your stress hormone has dropped low enough for your sleep hormone to rise. Blue light from screens suppresses your sleep hormone. Scrolling elevates your stress hormone. Late eating keeps your gut processing instead of resting. Every evening habit Western culture normalizes is preventing the exact hormonal sequence that burns belly fat overnight. Japanese women are not doing anything extreme. They are simply not doing the things that break the system. Tonight, put your phone down 60 minutes before bed. Dim the lights. Sit quietly. Drink something warm. That one change to your evening is what your morning stomach will reflect within days. Habit 7. Eat fermented foods every single day. Western diet culture talks about gut health constantly. Expensive probiotic supplements, gut health teas, symbiotic blends. Japan has been doing this for centuries with food. Miso, natto, pickled vegetables, plain yogurt, kimchi. Small amounts every single day. Not as a health intervention, as a natural part of every meal. Here's why this matters for weight loss specifically. Your gut bacteria directly regulate the hormones that control hunger and fullness. When your gut is out of balance, from years of processed food, restriction, and stress, hunger signals become unreliable. You're hungry when you shouldn't be. Fullness doesn't register properly. Cravings feel urgent and out of control. This is not a willpower problem. This is a gut problem. Daily fermented foods rebuild the bacteria that regulate those signals correctly. Cravings quiet down, bloating reduces, and the inflammation silently driving weight gain starts to clear. Japanese women achieve this with a spoonful of miso, a few pickled vegetables, a small amount of plain yogurt, every day, naturally, as part of the meal structure they've followed their entire lives. Start today. Add one fermented food to one meal. Miso soup is the simplest. A small portion of plain yogurt. A few kimchi leaves. One daily habit. That's where gut repair begins. Let me bring this together. 7 habits. No gym membership, no calorie counting, no cutting entire food groups, no starting over on Monday. Just a rhythm, a way of eating, moving, and living that Japanese women have practiced for generations, while the West built a multi-billion-dollar diet industry that, by its own statistics, fails 95% of the people who try it. You have been doing the hard thing for years. The restriction, the intense workouts, the restarting, the guilt when it doesn't hold. This is the calm thing. Biggest meal at lunch. Stop eating at 7. Walk after meals. Start with something warm. Eat to 80%. Calm your evening. One fermented food a day. These are not tips. They are the architecture of a body that works with itself instead of constantly against itself. Japanese women are not special. They are not genetically different. They are not doing something you cannot do. They are doing things in a different order, at a different time, with a different relationship to food and movement. And that is completely teachable. Before you click away, one thing. Not all 7 habits. 1. Tonight, eat dinner before 7 p.m. Not a new diet. Not a new workout. Not a new app to download. Just dinner before 7. Do it tonight. Notice how your morning feels tomorrow, and come back and tell me in the comments. Because here's what I know. The women who try one specific low-effort thing and feel a difference are the women who keep going. Not because they found willpower, because the habit worked. When a habit works, you don't need willpower anymore. The rhythm takes over. That's the Japanese way, and it's been waiting for you the whole time. Now, if this video explained something you've been feeling but couldn't name, I want you to subscribe. And here's exactly why that matters. Every your week on this channel, I upload a Japanese-inspired weight loss video, broken down specifically for women. Not the diet industry version, not the Western wellness version, the your version. The one that produces decades of results without a single calorie counted.